Okay, guys, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode. Today, I'll be talking about how to build a customer base in your business. All right, so few things you need to consider before you build a customer base in your business. Like, are you a business-minded person and you're wanting to build a customer base whereby you have your customers in your cycle all the time for good patronage for everything you need? Then this video is for you. Please, but before then, you have to like my video, subscribe to my channel, also ask your question using the comment section. You can also drop a comment for me, tell me what you feel about this video, and please make sure you listen to the video from number one to the end, and you get to learn so many things that will aid you, to build a good customer and also have a good customer base in your business. All right, the first thing first you need to do, you have to understand your customer. Understanding your customer, that's our number one. Understanding your customer. Who are your customers? Who are you dealing with? Who are those people you are dealing directly with? So it's one thing to understand your customers. What is their need? What is their need? What is their need? So you have to understand this thing first before you go into your business. All right. So like if you're going into shoe business, let's say you're using shoe business as a case study. If you're going into shoe business, what type of shoe do people wear in your location, the place you are, the locality you are? What type of shoe is suitable for people there? You need to understand all of these things before you go into the business you want to, the business of your mind. All right, so you have to know the people you are dealing with. What is their need? What is that thing they are looking for? What is that thing that suits them? So you have to have this at the back of your mind. That's the first thing. All right, you have to know the people you are dealing with. That is understanding your customers. Understanding your customers. Understanding your customer. Know their need. What are they looking for? That's your number one thing. You have to understand your customers. And the second thing you need to do, you have to create customer details. You need to have your customers' details. All right, you need to have your customers' details. Now, if you are going into business, um, you don't just deal with people, then you allow them go away. All right, these people are your customer. If you are starting a business newly, you have to create a profile, or maybe have a list of where you keep your customers' contacts. All right, thank God for technology, thank God for phone. You can save your customers' phone number wherever, in your phone book, in your Google Mail. Like, just have a detailed contact of your customers. This will also help you a lot when you are dealing with your customers, when you are building a customer base in your business. You have to have details about your customers. That's the number two thing you need to do. All right, you have to have a profile of the contact of your customer. It is very important. Then the third thing you need, is what? Communicating with your customers. Communicating with your customers. How do you communicate with your customers? Now there's so many platforms that you need to, like, you can use to create or to communicate with your customers. How did you present yourself? How do you present your goods to the public? How do you present what you're doing to the public? How do you present your products to the public? Now you have to have a way to communicate your products to the public, to your customers, to your prospective customers. So you have to present your products in such a way that everybody gets to see. Now we have so many media platforms that you can use. Now we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Twitter. So these are things that technology have already put in place for you that you can use, to build your customer base in your business. All right, so you have to communicate with your customer frequently. Now the mistake that people do, most people that are starting business or starting selling our products newly, the mistakes they do, or what discourages them most times, is that once they post once, twice, or thrice, and nobody is asking them how much, nobody is coming to patronize, they easily give up. And that is not the game. You cannot win when you easily give up when you're trying to build a customer base. You have to be consistent in doing these things. You have to be consistent. You have to keep on advertising. You have to keep on advertising. You need to keep on advertising your business until your customers start coming in, until they become conversant with what you're selling. All right, then the next thing, and number fourth thing, is this: you have to build trust. All right, you have to build trust. Now this is one of the most difficult parts when it comes to dealing with customers or new customers. When you're trying to build a customer base in your business, building trust is very, very important. It is very, very important, and it is very difficult. How do you build your trust? How do you build, or how do you win, or how do you gain your customers trust? You have to be what? Trustworthy person. You have to be somebody that people can trust. You have to prove yourself first. How do you prove yourself? how do you prove yourself? Let's give an instance. Someone give you a work, or maybe someone order something and you give the person maybe 2 days to deliver, like you're delivering after 2 days. Then after 2 days you start giving him stories and all of that. Now you've lost trust. All right, you've lost trust. Now you have to be, trustworthy. You have to, be able to meet up your demand, or maybe you have to be able to deliver your good, you know on that particular day that you give your customer. It is very important. If you don't do that, you lost people's trust. Now when it comes to online business, you have to, also try to build your trust online. It is very difficult for people to believe you that you are genuine online. So how do you build trust online? How do you build trust online? You have to have a page. You have to keep uploading, okay, or maybe customize your goods. All right, let's use that. You have to customize your goods, and you have to have, short clips of videos, or maybe your pictures where you're working, or where you have these things at your table. All right, so you have to have short clips of videos of where you've been selling, or maybe have a record of people that have already bought, maybe screenshots of people that, or communications, or your conversation with other customers, or successful business and deals that you've done before. You have to have record of these things to be able to build trust online. All right, building trust is very important. The next thing I'm going to talk about is maximizing social media platforms. Maximizing social media platforms. Now you have to maximize your social media platform. Now, when it comes to this, people think it's just about posting, posting, posting. It's not just about posting. How do you post? How did you post? Who do you tag? Where did you share your post? It's very important. Where you have to look for groups, all right, that deals with what you're selling. All right, if you have a group, maybe let's say you are dealing with shoes, you have to go online, search for groups that they are related to what you're doing. Okay, you have to join this group, share your post, use the marketplace. All right, on Facebook, use their marketplace if you can. Promote your post, and do all of these things for you to be able to gather what customer base, for you to be able to build your customer base. You have to go extra miles, in advertising, in building your product. All right, so it's very important. Don't give up when customers are not forthcoming. Don't stop posting. When they are not forthcoming, don't stop advertising. All right, this thing takes time. The problem is we have these days is that some people think it's just come into something and start booming immediately. It doesn't work that. We have to work for it. We have to work for it. We have to work for it. It is very important that you be patient enough. All right, so that is very, very important when it comes to what building your customer base. Now the other thing you have to do is this: you have to maintain your standard. Maintaining your standard. What is maintaining your standard? Now let's say okay, what we have is that, okay, let me put it this way: you have a lot of competition in the industry. Let's say the shoemaking industry. You have thousands of people that are doing shoes. We have other options that people can go to and get shoes that they need. But how do people get to know your product, and how do they believe or put the trust you need in your work or in your product? Is by maintaining a standard. All right, you have to maintain a standard. Stop using substandard materials. You have to, maintain your standard. These are the standard that your business will have, that will make people to always believe and trust in what you're doing, or what you're selling, or trust your product. You have to maintain a good standard. All right, you have to maintain a good standard. Then you also have to, create a price list or a price range that is not that high, and you are not running at loss. Yes, don't put your price that high, and make sure that you are not running at loss. Business is for gains. All right, so when you are running at loss, it isn't business anymore. So you have to, try to balance yourself. You don't sell high and you are not losing. Very, very important. Okay, so the next point, there are so many points, but I'm trying to highlight the points. Then another thing you have to do is that you have to engage your customers. How do you engage your customers? You need to celebrate your customers. You need to celebrate their achievement. You need to celebrate what they are, they are doing. Like, yeah, their successes, their breakthroughs in life. You have to engage them. All right, it is okay to celebrate your customers' birthday. It's okay to celebrate your customers' anniversary. It is okay to send your customers just a kind of monthly wish. All right, like it's a new month, you can celebrate your customers, send them um short messages, just communicate with them, and it's very helpful. All right, very, very helpful. Then the other thing you need to do is this: you need to use your friends also to advertise. Very important. Now you have your friends at I think the people around your cycles already, your friends, your family, those that mean well for you. You need to use them because sometimes your customers might be in their timelines. All right, so you need to beg these people. You need to use them. You need to beg them to also advertise your product. If possible, create groups on WhatsApp, create groups on Facebook, add people there, people that you know that they are, well-meaning for you. Beg them to share your post, beg them to share your products on their timelines. This will also help you to build a customer base that is large enough to contain or to help you grow in your business. It's very, very important. Very, very, very important. These things are very important. Then also, you have to provide exceptional customer service. You have to provide exceptional customer service. How do you provide exceptional customer service? You have to be helpful to your customers. There are times you have to go extra miles for your customers. There are times that it is not convenient, but because of the business sake and because of the customer base relationship, you have to go extra miles. All right. There are things you have to do, or sometimes you have to also lower your standard for your customers. All right. Sometimes you don't just. Sometimes you make business with customers. You don't make games. Why? Because you just want to maintain a good customer relationship and you just want to build a customer base that is both very standard and static. Alright, so it is very important to be helpful to your customers. Sometimes when you're starting a business, you don't have to, always gain. Okay, you don't have to always gain. Sometimes you just do it for doing sake, for keeping a customer or for creating a customer base. Just do it for doing sake. Alright, most times if you're starting a business, you are starting to build your customer base, at least you have to also lower your standard when it comes to pricing. Alright, your price tag, you have to lower your standard a little bit for you to gain the customer base you need. Alright, very, very important. So there are other things. This is the first this is the first episode, or let me say this is the second episode, but on customer base, how to build customer base. This is the first time I'm talking about it. There are other points that I will still add to this particular video, but that will be coming next. Alright, not in this particular video, but I'll be also listing so many other points that we need to use in building a customer base that is very okay for you to survive in whatever business you're doing. So thank you very much for joining today. Thank you very much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe, make sure you like my video, make sure you share my link, make sure you comment, make sure you also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to this channel before. So thank you for watching today. God bless you. Bye for now. See you in the next episode on how building a good customer relationship in business. That will be my next video. Building a good customer relationship in business. That will be my next episode. So thank you very much for joining today. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.